Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a therapist.
And I'm Tyler, and I'm a patient.
We're going to talk about trauma, healing, and everything. Everything is traumatic.
Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to the show. You heard the introduction. Welcome. You know who it is. We're coming back.
It's a new year.
It's a new year. I think we're past the stipulation of saying Happy New Year, but I'm going to break it and say, Jeff, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
It's so good to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in forever since we took the break.
Yeah.
I guess since Christmas.
It's been a long time. Yes, it's been painful.
It's kind of weird that this is the only time we talk to each other, but
yeah, we have no other interactions besides this.
Yeah.
To keep it fresh and real.
Like, I don't even see posts sometimes, and it seems like people are talking to you on social media. So, but I don't see like your reply, and I don't see who they're talking to, but it just seems like they're talking to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes 100% sense.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't see your posts. So, but if anyone's out there listening that can tell me why, I would love to figure it out. So,
we want to start off this new year by thanking our listeners. We want to thank all of them. I don't know how many there are, but we want to thank all of them. Definitely want to thank Tiffy Stallsworth.
Tiffy.
We are very scared of Tiffy, and we know she is part of the Knoxville film cartel. That basically is she, Keith McDaniel, and maybe Kurt Willis.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they control all the films that come in and out of Knoxville.
Oh, you got very into conspiracies while we've not spoke. I see.
That's definitely not true. We do. If Keith and Kurt are listening, we'd love them to listen. But we know Tiffany listens some, so we're very glad that she's one of our listeners.
Yeah, and we want to give her the podcast that she and all of you want to hear. So.
Yes. Yes.
Jeff, who else is on that a very long sticky note of listeners that we have?
Well, I think Seth Young has been listening some.
Oh, Seth Young has been. Yeah, that's right. Right.
He occasionally listens. I think Rafi has listened occasionally.
He kind of chimes
he's
in.
mentioned it. Yeah.
He's listening.
We know there are some people that we don't know that well that have been listening, and we want to thank all of you for listening. And
I want to point out Vivian. Thank you very much, Vivian, for listening.
Vivian. We're very glad she's listening.
She's asked me when we're going to start it back up, and now I can say that we are starting it up.
That's awesome. We're so glad you're listening, Vivian. I think there's probably some other people that listen a little bit, and we thank anybody that's listening, and we would like to know your at least first name so we can call you, shout you out. But we're just very happy that you're listening.
Thank you. And I know, again, we're past the stipulation for saying Happy New Year's, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the wave. I want to say Happy New Year.
Was that one of your New Year's resolutions to tell people Happy New Year way past the time when you're supposed to say it?
Well, I don't think it was necessarily one of my resolutions, but I think I'm caught up in the magic that is the new year. Like it's a new start. It's a fresh new start, and it's a blank slate. We can do whatever we want with this year. This year can go whatever direction we want it to go.
I don't mean to poo-poo on your parade, but I'm thinking that the change of the year really benefits the calendar cartel.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
I mean,
is it
you have to buy a new calendar
every year.
every year.
Well, isn't it like you can get a calendar from like what 1996 and it's the same? It would line up with this year.
That's just so complicated.
It's not.
It's
You just
very
gotta. I
difficult to
mean,
do that.
well, I don't. I have a calendar on my phone. I just use that one. That kind of saves me money.
I don't have a calendar that I really use at the house, although we do have a calendar here. But I have two calendars in my office
Mm.
because I like to be able to look behind me and see the dates and across my office and see the dates because I have to schedule appointments and I don't always know what day it is.
Mm.
So it's important for me to be able to see that.
So you have
So I
like.
have two calendars in my office.
So do you have one calendar that's like strictly for work, and the other calendar is for like personal things?
So I have two calendars at work that I don't put anything on them. I just need to see the days. I need to know what day is what day. Like, is this a Saturday? Is this a Monday?
Oh,
You know, when I'm,
one of them
yeah,
is for
that kind of thing. When
clarification.
it's not for that. And then I guess I have an Outlook calendar, where I actually put things down.
Hmm.
So that doesn't cost. Well, I guess you pay for that with your Windows cartel money.
Jeff, what happened
There's
in the since
there's a lot of
Christmas to
cartels,
now?
man. There's a lot of cartels ruling the world.
You think this is the year of the cartel or something?
Okay, so I went and saw Wonka, and there's a chocolate cartel in Wonka, and so I've been calling everything cartels ever since. Because I think it's hilarious that there's a chocolate cartel.
I mean, that would make sense. Someone's got to keep the. I don't want to. Never mind.
I guess that would be like Hershey's.
Yeah, someone's got to count the chocolate. I don't know. I don't want
Yeah,
that to be
yeah,
misconstrued either.
yeah. I won't use cartel again. I've used it three times already. That might be the amount of cartel usage that we should have for this episode.
Yeah, here if you say it 5 times in a mirror with the lights off and you turn on the light, they will appear.
Yeah, it's like the Bloody Mary thing or Beetlegeese.
Beetlegeese. Speaking of Beetlegeese, let's get into this episode that we're talking about. Why I have
Yeah,
this new hope for the new year's, because we're
yeah,
we're talking about New Year's resolutions
yeah, yeah.
being being
One of my New
traumatic.
Year's resolutions is always to get a new calendar.
Is it really?
Well, I don't know if it's a resolution, but I do get a new calendar every year.
So that more coincidence, or is it that
Maybe that's a habit.
okay, that makes a little more sense.
And then
Yeah, that
I wait until the calendars are half price, which is you have to wait till after Christmas.
wait, why are they half
Eh,
priced after Christmas?
I think they're just trying to get rid of the stock.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, they got a bunch of calendars.
yeah. But if they can mark them half price, then that means that they are overpriced. So then you've got the bookstore cartel.
Oh. Is that
I'm
right?
sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I've got cartel on the
You've
brain.
got yeah, we got one more time before they pop up, so
That's right. We got to be careful.
you gotta kind of cool it.
Yeah.
You gotta calm
Yes.
down, Jeff.
I gotta calm down.
So
Yeah, I think the whole New Year's resolution thing New Year's can be a time of hope, a time of realignment, a
a
time
time
to
of
to start
rebirth.
anew.
Yeah. It's a time to try to start the year on the right foot. And
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting if you're someone who follows the whole like cycle of like winter being the death and spring's the rebirth, summer's like
yeah,
flourishing, winter fall
yeah,
is like the old age and then death, and then the cycle is anew that I guess
yeah.
plants subscribe to.
Everything's sort of quiet right now. Everything's at rest.
Yeah.
It's not dead, but it's at rest. And then it will bloom again in spring. We want to be real with the people. That's one of our things that we want to do with the show is we want to be real. We want to have fun, but we also want to be real with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to just kind of be open, more open. And I think what people like about the show, about this podcast, is just kind of like breaking down why some of these obscure topics that we touch on is traumatic, and just kind of like life in general, and like what we go through, and like what all these possibilities that everyone's kind of presented with. Like we're so close to being a Nazi and a priest at the same time. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but I'm going with it.
I've had a lot of bad analogies already. You know, it's you're so right. I think we always we want to have a chance to restart, and we want to have a chance to say, okay, I'm going to do different this next year. I think the big thing is not to put too much pressure on yourself, because we see all these ads and it's like, the new you're going to change, you're going to get on the Peloton, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to lose weight. Be gentle to yourself, and changes the slow process.
Mm,
And it's okay to move back and forth in that change. You don't have to go in a linear direction all the time. So it's okay to want to change some things. It's okay to want to be healthier physically, mentally, but don't beat yourself up if you are not doing exactly what you said you're going to do.
yeah, because I feel like, just to add to that, because that's 100% correct. Like, don't beat yourself up if you fall off of it. Like, don't if you gotta do what makes you happy, and like something not only makes you happy but holds your attention. And if going and riding the Peloton, am I saying that right? Peloton,
I like that. I
the
like that.
Peloton.
It sounds like pelican.
It does sound like Pelican. Fuck.
We could create a whole series of exercise machines called pelicans, where it would look like you were on a bird and you would push their wings down
Hmm.
to exercise. The
Yeah,
pelican,
the Pelican,
the Peloton, yes, Peloton.
the Peloton. If it's fucking boring you, then don't do it. Read a book, or
Well, number one, make sure that these goals are your goals, not because the TV told you, or not because somebody told you you need to lose weight or you need to do this or that. Unless it's your doctor,
mm,
we do recommend trying to do what your doctor asks.
yeah,
But make sure it's a goal that you want to achieve, and don't. It's not. If you want to fit in your clothes better, or you want to be more toned, or you want to be able to run or walk or whatever, that's fine. But don't be like, oh, I'm like looking at some kind of crazy outdated, like how much you're supposed to weigh,
mm,
and feel like you're not okay because you might weigh a little bit over that number
yeah,
that people say you're supposed to weigh at your height.
yeah. Like, I think at the end of the day, is and I know it's difficult being uncomfortable in your body, and the want to lose weight. And I feel it too. I feel like there are times where I'm like, I could stand to lose some weight, and then I lose weight, and then my weight just kind of always fluctuates, because I love eating like shit. Um, it's the fact of the matter. It feels good. There's a dopamine rush. It's terrible. Um,
Yeah.
but if I do things in moderation, and in between those shitty meals, have like some decent meals, some healthier options. I'm trying to eat carrots.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, everything is balanced. I think we really have to be focused on balancing things. Try to eat better, but don't take all the joy out of your life. I mean, it's about balancing what we put in our body, what we put in our mind, those kinds of things.
Mhm.
Um, Extremism is a problem in almost any religion, politics, habits, whatever. Extremism is not good for us.
Yeah, it does, and I've always I ma that really speaks to how I just, like, view things in general, like, it's a tightrope, it's a balance, you gotta take one little bitty step at a time and balance it out
Yeah.
between eating like a fucking pig in a trough to, um, you know, to,
And
eating
speaking
healthy.
about eating really badly, our new sponsor Taco Bell would
Oh,
like to would like to tell you that you can actually, you know what? I think we've talked about Taco Bell before. It's not as bad
I
as
love
I think
it's
one
my
would think.
favorite. Apparently, just
Yeah.
coming in hot live from Sandy is in Arizona, they have margaritas at their Taco Bells. So
Wow. That's a game changer.
that's a game changer. So you heard it here first, folks. If you're in Arizona, go and get you a I don't know what kind of margaritas they have. I
They've
should
got
have
a
asked her.
couple of Taco Bell restaurants that are like ritzy or nicer that have like I don't know. I had Taco Bell the other day. It was very pleasant
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
and it's cheap.
I love Taco Bell. It's my
Yeah.
favorite. It's now my favorite. You heard it here first. Favorite fast food restaurant, Taco Bell. If you want to sponsor us, give us a like or something. I don't know.
This is not one of my New Year's resolutions, but I'm right now I'm trying not to eat mammals. So I'm on a poultry, turkey, fish, seafood is my protein. So I'm trying
Oh,
not to eat
okay.
anything that is a mammal.
And is there any reason why you want to pursue this, Jeff? I guess just to be healthier.
I don't know about that. I think maybe, but I'm connecting to. I've seen a lot of like things comparing how pigs and cows are very much like dogs and cats, and so I don't care if anybody else does it. I'm not anti meat. I just feel a little more comfortable not eating the cute ones.
Oh no, I mean, I'm thinking about having some bacon tonight, so
I have no problem with that. This is not a tirade, and this is not a political agenda. I'm not trying to convince anybody else. This is
Mhm.
something that gives me some peace.
And that's good. Like that's and I'm not going to judge you for doing it. I mean, if anything that just means there's more bacon for me and I'm happy.
That's right.
I'm happy
Yes.
about that.
I think
Um
we've talked a little bit about this in the past about how the factory farming system is a problem, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
It is. It is. It is you know, I heard this fucking theory today that someone said that like it was kind of like a brother sisters brothers secret lovers uncle said sort of situation, but it was like this conspiracy theory about like why we have chickens is because if we didn't breed them, we would eat them all and they would go extinct just like the dinosaurs.
really.
Yeah, so it was like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, that's right. We ate the dinosaurs. That's why they're extinct, like the Flintstones.
I mean, I don't know much about. I mean, I don't understand a lot about science and biology. I don't understand why chickens lay eggs. I don't understand how that works, and I don't really want to know
Wait, you
the
don't
whole
know
idea of
why they lay
eggs.
eggs, or?
I don't understand all of the biology of the egg laying and then a fertilized egg. I guess I mean I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Like humans have eggs and either they're fertilized or whatever, but they don't like plop out on the ground and then we like pick them up and eat them.
I mean, in a way, you kind of can, because my neighbor has chickens, and like we've checked her eggs before.
No, no, no. I mean like a human
Oh
has
yeah,
eggs
yeah.
and they don't come out and fall on the ground and we eat them
Oh
when
God,
they're
no,
not
we don't.
fertilized. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because we're not just spitting out eggs either. But could
I
you
mean, I don't know
imagine?
how the human body works.
Could you imagine?
I
We spit
I took
out
some
eggs.
biology, but I don't totally get it. Maybe that should be one of mine, is trying to learn how the human body works.
I think a New Year's resolution for me is to uh be more productive with uh all the creative shit I want to do.
Well, you've already started that, man. You're a driver. You're doing Polaroids, so we both have Polaroid cameras now.
I know
Santa was very good.
we've started a new thing. We're the Polaroid boys.
Polaroid boys, yeah, with a Z, and it's spelled
It's
sort of
with
funny,
two
like
Z's for
yeah,
clarification.
yeah, and it's the O's are actually zeros.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like scan in our
Yeah,
Polaroids so we can start a fucking hip
we
Instagram
might could
page.
just start the Polaroid boys.
Polaroid boys.
Um, yeah, I feel like definitely being creative, um, being positive, trying to be kind to others. Those would be things that I want to do or continue to do.
Yeah. I agree as well. I mean, yeah, I know you got to fight the cartels like you were saying, Jeff, but
Well, somebody's knocking on my door.
oh shit. Oh fuck,
It
I
could
forgot
be
I
it,
said it.
it could be the sea people.
Oh no. Well, Jeff's going to check that.
Well, I'll check it later.
Oh.
It could be just
Yeah, I
it just could be
think
the home. It could be the homeless guy that lives down the street. It's getting
Oh.
cold, man.
Yeah, and if it's that important, I'm sure they can wait, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, with New Year's, it's just like it's a weird holiday. Christmas makes a whole lot of sense. Thanksgiving makes a lot of sense. Halloween is a makes sense. But New Year's is a weird. I mean, you just stay up till midnight. That's the holiday.
yeah, I mean, you watch the ball drop and the new year
Yeah.
begin, and you started off either hammered or tired or I
And
know
it used to be such.
I watched the ball drop, and I had a little shot just cuz like it felt like, I mean, that's the tradition.
Yeah. I mean, I remember how exciting it used to be as a kid. I'm gonna get to stay up till midnight.
Mm.
And now it's like I have to stay up till midnight. And now at my age, I don't stay up till midnight.
Oh, you don't?
I just go ahead and change out the calendar for the next year. So when I wake up the next day, it'll be like the page will be turned.
What? So
You know
you
what's great about the calendar we have at our house? It's a weasel calendar. So it's a
Oh
different
my
weasel
god.
on every month. It's
Oh,
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
For those of
Yeah.
you who
So
don't know, I'm obsessed with Jeff and his weasels.
I guess they're a ferret and a weasel is the same thing.
Yeah, I would say the same family.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same exact thing, but the same
Yeah.
family. Same.
They look very similar. It's funny on this calendar though, because like they do natural poses for them, which are
Mm,
more like in the wild, and then they do like pose where they like put them at a table reading a menu with a little hat on. And I
right.
used to get those, but now I feel like that I like the more naturalistic kind of what they would look like in the wild kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Although
Um
I love them wearing the little hat. I mean, that's fun.
oh, they have little
Animals
fucking
wearing clothes is
hats?
always really fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went through a phase of seeing like roosters with motorcycle helmets. They had these little rooster hats, these little chicken hats.
Animals look adorable in outfits, in human
Why
outfits.
do we think that is, Jeff? Like, why do we look at an animal in people clothes and go, "Yeah"?
I mean, because we're the king of the jungle. We're the boss, and if we want
Oh,
our chicken to wear a hat, It has to. We're stronger than it.
Oh, it's an ego thing.
It's so that we can get our jollies.
So we put that chimpanzee in a blouse because it makes us feel superior.
When you run out of ideas on a TV show, you bring in a chimp.
I don't
And
think
you
that's
like
the
introduce it like okay, so this is cousin it, and you just bring in a chimp in a outfit and act like it's a human. That's
uh-huh.
how you know the show has run out of ideas. You bring in the chimp.
So, but do you think that's a standard practice today?
No, that would seem to be more of a '60s than '70s thing.
Let's just bring in the
I mean,
tramp.
they even put in it wasn't a chimp, it was a orangutan, but they put Clint Eastwood in a movie with an orangutan.
People want to see that. They want to see.
It was a hit, man.
They want to
Any
see
which way
Clint.
but lose.
Oh, it was a hit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Any which way but lose is basically Clint Eastwood with an orangutan that named Clyde. You don't know about this?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
You need to look it up.
I need to look up this orangutan and Clint Eastwood
It's
movie. Like, I
it's a
just,
movie called Any Which Way But Loose. I
but
think it was the '70s, maybe late '70s, maybe. It was Clint Eastwood and an orangutan.
I just want to know why.
I think we're fascinated with chimps and monkeys
Well, they're
because they're
just,
so close to us,
yeah, they're so
but
close to us.
they're also so far from us. They're really strong too. They'll rip like your arm out of socket and beat you to death with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because we put them in clothes. They're so pissed off
Yeah,
that
well,
you put them in a
that's
suit. They're like, all right, one more time you put me in the suit, I'm going to rip off your arm and beat you to death with it.
exactly, like if we stopped putting them in clothes, they would kind of like respect us more. I think that's the problem, is that we're not respecting the animals. We're just, oh, wear this fucking sundress, monkey. Chee hee hee.
That's what my ex used to say to me.
Was put, was put
That's
on
why
the
we're not together anymore.
Oh,
Oh
it's
man.
different
No,
kinks.
I mean we're fascinated by monkeys. Even the people that say there is no evolution,
Come on.
they're still fascinated with chimps.
Well,
It's
because
because they know.
it's a
They know.
universal, it's a universal funny thing. We're always going to look at a monkey in a dress and say,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It works in any language.
it transcends any language barrier, is a monkey in overalls.
And you put a little hat like on a dog or something,
Oh my
or a
god.
pig.
Oh my god.
Man, that's like good times.
God, and it's so much better when they actually like keep it on.
Yeah,
Like
so I think
you get a
some animals like a little like to be in an outfit. I think dogs like to be in outfits more than like a cat, because I think a dog's all about pleasing its owner,
yeah, and
and
then
then
like getting
sometimes
attention.
it's warm and stuff, and so they like it.
Mm,
But a cat's not really into that.
no. I would
Not like a
agree.
dog.
No. But speaking of how funny it is wearing hats and stuff, like um New Year's resolutions.
We're did I go on a tangent about chimps
No,
again?
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's good. It is good shit. Don't get me wrong. I liked it, and I think the people will like it too. And there's a connection there because there is like an embarrassing factor, and like we don't want to be embarrassed. We don't want to be the one that has to wear the hat,
Right.
so that's
Yeah, I
why.
guess like when you're growing up, like and you have to wear the Easter suit or whatever,
Yeah,
we're
like
embarrassed.
we don't want to be, and that's the thing with like probably why animals don't like it, is that like we don't want to
Yeah.
be mocked and
Yeah.
demeaned by wearing your cute little sheriff hat.
By wearing your human clothes.
Yeah. But
So what are you doing for your resolutions? Are you a resolution person?
I'm not a resolution person. Uh, but I think I do just kind of want to start things off on the right foot, I guess. Like I want to get through this winter, this season, and we'll talk about that at a later date as far as that goes. But if I were a New Year's resolution guy, I think one of the things I do want to do is kind of generally like eat healthier.
Mm,
And I've said for the longest time that I want to get a six pack just as like to troll people in a
yeah.
sense of just like I have a six pack. That's not it's a weird troll. It doesn't troll anyone and it just gets me in shape. But I don't want that. I'm
How
happy
hard is it to
with
do that, man? How hard is that?
that's gotta be so fucking hard.
Because you gotta actually, you can't just eat better. You have to actually like work out.
You have to work
You have
out.
to do something like with
Mhm.
weights.
Gotta work out vigorously and just take steroids, probably.
It'd be so easy if you had like one of those, like you were a celebrity and then you had like one of them coaches that would just sort of like work for you and they'd be like, here's what you eat, here's what you do, and you just did what they said instead of like us, we just have to figure it out on our own.
Well, I mean, at this point, you can probably look it up online and just find like what works for you. But like the people that I know that stay in shape, they do kind of have like advice from like a trainer.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
also, again, I'm happy with my body the way it is. Um, I mean, if the tummy goes away a little bit, that's fine. But
yeah.
other than that, I'm pretty comfortable, but I'm just getting older and I want to be conscious of that.
It's harder to stay in shape or stay active in the winter because it's dark and cooler and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, it's a tough time to do some of these resolutions.
Yeah, it is. And like that's okay. Like I think the important thing for all you trauma maniacs out there is the important thing is just to remember that you're trying.
Yeah, try do some stuff, do some different stuff. Don't don't get in this thing where you're like, I think what people do is like, I'm going to join a gym and I'm going to lose 100 pounds.
Mhm.
And they join a gym and they're really going good for the first couple of weeks and then they drop off a little bit and then they go back into some of their habits and then they just think they're a failure. And that's just not the way it works.
Yeah, and even if you view it that harshly, like what's wrong with failing? Do you know how many times people have to fail in order to actually succeed?
That's how we
It's
learn.
yeah, it's how we learn and grow and get better. And you know, I love failing. I just fucking love making the shittiest thing because I learn how to make it a little better.
I also like sailing,
You like
but
sailing?
that's a different topic. We'll talk about that
You like
another time.
sailing on the Pelican? On the Peloton?
Peloton.
On the
I
Peloton?
like riding the Peloton.
You like
I'm a Peloton rider.
spreading the wings of the Peloton?
Spreading the wings. You're the wind beneath my pelican wings. Peloton wings.
It's a pelican on a Peloton.
Did you
Okay,
hear
we're
the
just
speaking of the Peloton? Did you hear the story of that Christopher
north.
Nolan
Nolan?
was
Oh.
riding a Peloton,
Uh-huh.
and the actual person started talking about one of his movies and how boring it was.
Yeah, I did read that, and that's pretty funny.
And then
I
when she found out that he had heard it, when he made the story, she's like, I didn't like that movie, but I watched Oppenheimer twice. And so you are a good filmmaker. I just didn't get Tenet. Tenet was the one she was confused about. Which it was a confusing movie.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of glad that happened. Sometimes I think people need that. They need to be
And
reminded.
he handled it well. He seems like a decent guy. He
Yeah,
doesn't he doesn't have a cell phone or any of that mess.
of course he doesn't.
Yeah.
He seems very like posh, but like I've also read that he likes comedy movies a lot. And can you imagine him doing a comedy?
I would love for him to try to do a comedy. I think he wears I think he wears like nice clothes to his sets and stuff. You've got
Hmm.
that kind of director that feels like they need to be in a suit.
God, fuck that. I want to show up in fucking sweats, a hoodie. I want to be comfortable.
I agree, man. I feel like it's all about comfort. But then you've got that old school of kind of the dandy that likes to wear the suit and tie and shit.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
You
no,
gotta,
I like dandies.
to every good dandy, there's a sloppy, sloppy fucking slob.
This is all about the resolution. Be who you are. It's okay if you like to wear a suit, get yourself a new suit.
Get
Be a
yourself a new
dandy.
suit. Be a dandy.
If you're not, it's okay. You don't need to become a dandy. Just be who you are.
Be who you are.
I got a pair of sweatpants for every day of the week.
I got a pair of sweatpants for every day of the week.
That's my New Year's resolution.
It's just
Be able to
sweatpants.
wear nothing but I want to wear pants that don't have to zip or button up.
I
I just
know.
get to pull them. I get to pull them on, baby.
I'm getting these fucking like flannel looking grandpa pants that I've been wearing,
Yeah,
and they're so
yeah.
comfortable. Ugh.
It's amazing when I come home from work because I wear jeans to work.
Yeah.
Um, I first thing I do is I take off my pants and I put on a pair of sweatpants. And I've got
Yeah.
this one pair of sweatpants that has been with me for a long time. It's got holes in it. The pockets don't work. It does the elastic and it's just but they're so soft. It's like wearing nothing. It's so comfortable and it's just so soothing to take off those binding pants and slide on those just beautiful sweatpants.
Yeah. And you know, like those sweatpants represent who you are, Jeff.
Yeah.
Who we all are. We all have
Yeah.
holes. We all have
We all
flaws.
have holes. Yes, we do. We've all got stuff oozing out of us, of our
we,
orifices.
we all feel like nothing.
We're like a puff pastry full of gas and bile.
But that's okay. It's okay because at the end of the day, there's no one else like you. You are you. Fuck you. I love you.
We're unique, and I think that's the thing is when we try to go by everybody's expectations and not be who we are. And of course, you have to. I mean, I need to wear pants to work. I
Right.
need to wear shoes with socks because
Unfortunately.
it's a professional thing. But it's so we do things that are not exactly comfortable for us, and that's okay. But we should try to be as close to who we are as we can.
Yeah. And I think that's our big takeaway from all this, Jeff, you know, and I kind of feel like this has reached its logical conclusion. Do you have any final thoughts on how we solve the New Year's resolutions and how they're traumatic and how now people can actually enjoy them without having this heavy expectation on them?
Be yourself as much as you can, and we'll use a metaphor. Be someone else's ratty, comfortable sweatpants, so that when they're around you, they are comfortable. Be that kind of comfort to someone.
Yeah. I can't help but to agree. Be the comfort that you want to see in the world. I kind of phoned
Sometimes,
that in. I'm sorry. Can I try
no,
that
I
again?
like that. sometimes, Tyler, you are my comfortable sweatpants.
Oh, Jeff, you are my holy comfortable sweatpants as well. Just want to say here uh from everyone here at Everything is Traumatic, I'm Tyler.
I'm Jeff.
And please, as always, do you want to say it at the same time, Jeff?
Yeah, let's try.
1, 2, 3. Take
Take
care
care of
of
yourself.
yourself. Take care
Of yourself.
take care of yourself.
Yourself.
Take care of yourself.